The plasma burns across James Chen's chest still smoked when consciousness dragged him back to the waking world. His neural implant screamed warnings about third-degree burns covering 40% of his body. But the pain felt distant, muffled by whatever medical cocktail flooded his system. He wasn't in a hospital. The bed beneath him felt too soft, too organic. Silk sheets, impossibly smooth, covered his bandaged torso. Above him stretched a ceiling of luminescent crystal that pulsed with soft amber light. "You're awake," said a voice like warm honey poured over steel. James turned his head, slowly, because everything hurt, and found himself staring at the most striking woman he'd ever seen. She sat in a chair beside his bed, her posture perfect, her violet eyes fixed on him with an intensity that made his breath catch. Her skin held an opalescent quality, shifting between pale cream and hints of silver blue. Dark hair cascaded past her shoulders, and when she moved, he caught glimpses of something beneath the surface. Scales, perhaps, or some kind of dermal plating. "Where am I?" His voice came out as a croak. "My personal quarters aboard the Draconix Ascendant," she said. "I am High Commander Aliana Velkoros of the Draken Sovereignty, and you, James Chen of Earth, are either the bravest human I've ever encountered or the most foolish." The memories slammed back. The diplomatic summit on Nexus Station. The Krill terrorists who'd somehow penetrated security. The small Draken child couldn't have been more than 5 in human years, frozen in terror as the attackers raised their plasma rifles. James had been the closest human security officer. He'd moved without thinking, throwing himself between the child and the blast. Then another shot. And another. "The boy," James managed. "Is he?" "My nephew lives because of you," Aliana interrupted, leaning forward. "You took 12 direct plasma hits, 12. The station's medic said you should have died before you hit the ground. Human physiology shouldn't have survived even 3 shots. James tried to sit up and immediately regretted it. Aliana's hand shot out, pressing him back down with surprising gentleness. "The doctor stabilized you, but your own species couldn't repair the damage," she continued. "Draken physiology is different. Our medical technology evolved to handle our own unique biology. I made a decision." "What decision?" "I had you brought here, treated with Draken regenerative therapy." Her eyes held his, searching for something. "It's not approved for human use. The biological compatibility risks were significant. But you saved my sister's child. You acted when trained warriors froze. When my own guards hesitated, a human male with no scales, no natural armor, no enhanced healing, threw himself into fire." James processed this slowly. "You experimented on me?" "I saved your life," Aliana corrected, though her tone softened. "And yes, took a calculated risk. The Sovereignty's High Council would have forbidden it. Too many unknowns. But I am High Commander of the Second Fleet, and aboard my flagship I make the decisions that matter." She stood, moving to a viewport that showed the stars streaming past. "For 300 years, humans and Draken have been allies in name only. We trade, we share borders, we maintain diplomatic niceties, but we've never truly understood each other. Your kind thinks us cold, calculating, obsessed with honor and hierarchy. And you think we're weak," James said. Aliana turned back to him, and something that might have been a smile touched her lips. "I thought that once. Every Draken is taught from hatching that humans are inferior, fragile. Your bones break easily. Your skin tears. You live such short lives. We're told you lack the warrior spirit." She moved back to his bedside, sitting on the edge this time. "Then I watched surveillance footage of you. 12 times you were hit. 12 times your body should have shut down. Between each blast you had time to fall, to flee. But you stayed standing, kept yourself between that child and death. Even after the 8th shot, when your left arm was useless and your leg was destroyed, you didn't move." James remembered that part. The pain had become everything, a white-hot universe of agony. But behind him he'd heard the child crying, and that had been enough. "The regenerative therapy worked," Aliana continued. "Better than I'd hoped. Your cellular structure accepted the nanites with remarkable efficiency. You're healing faster than any human should. But there are changes. She reached out, took his hand, turned it palm up. In the crystal light, James could see faint patterns beneath his skin, traceries of silver that followed his veins. The nanites integrated with your biology. They're rewriting your cellular structure at a fundamental level, making you stronger, more resilient. You'll heal faster, hit harder. Your lifespan," she paused, "considerably extended. In some ways, you're becoming more like us. James stared at his hand, at the alien patterns now part of his body. He should have felt violated, angry. Instead, he felt curious. Why are you telling me this here? In your quarters? Aliana's violet eyes met his again, and this time he saw something vulnerable beneath the commander's mask. Because among my people, a life debt is sacred. You saved my bloodline, my sister's child, her only heir. By Draken law, I now owe you a debt that cannot be repaid with mere credits or political favors. And because I wanted you to wake somewhere safe. Somewhere you could ask questions without being observed by those who would see you as an experiment or a threat. She stood, moved toward the door, then paused. Rest, James Chen. When you're strong enough, we'll talk about what comes next. About what it means that a human now carries Draken life fire in his veins. She left him there in the amber light, staring at his transformed hands and wondering what he'd become, and whether saving one child had changed more than just his own fate. Outside the viewport, the stars wheeled on, indifferent to the bridge being built between two species, one act of courage at a time.